Greetings everyone, my name is Jimmy Linville and I'm the owner of 4L Irrigation. I recently wrote an article about valves and put it on my website. I talked about what they did and how you can find them. Said a couple things. One is if you get lucky enough, you might find a box that looks something like this. If you can do that, you can manually turn it on and see which zone it goes to. If you don't get lucky enough to do that, hopefully you have a drawing, and that's really the best way to find it. If you have a drawing of all of your major components on your irrigation system, then you can walk right to where the valve is. Unfortunately, most people don't have a drawing. So if you can't find the box, if you don't have a drawing, then you're left to doing this. And this is a valve finder. You can either rent one of these or you can hire a professional to come out and do it for you. They do two things. One, they are able to find a valve, and number two, they're able to find shorts or cuts in your line. They're not perfect though, and you have to really work with them. I'm going to show you, it's pretty easy to use. One, it has two alligator clips, and you take this small alligator clip and you would take it from your control panel, the wire you're trying to trace. You would take it out and you would clip this alligator clip to it. You would take the second one, the large one, and it's going to need to be grounded. So I have this grounding stake in the ground right here, and I've clipped this big alligator clip here. Next, all we have to do is to turn it on. And usually I would wear these headphones so that I could hear better, but for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to put this little speaker on. We also have the wire running on top of the ground so you can see us tracing the wire. And here we go. This is the sound we're looking for. Notice if I go away from it, the sound goes away. If I get on top of the wire, I get my sound. Now I simply just need to wave my wand back and forth till I find the center and start tracing. If you go too fast, it sounds like you've totally missed it. But if you go slow, when you get on top of it, you can hear the wire. And finally, we trace it to the end. So, again, we did this demonstration to make it look easy. However, it can be difficult. There's a couple things you want to look out for. Number one, you can get false readings because of the grounding stake, and because sometimes when they wire, they do it in bundles. So the same wire for the station I'm trying to find is going to run to every valve within my yard. And in that scenario, I can literally trace out every valve. And unfortunately, it may be the last one that I find that I'm looking for. The other thing is things are distorted. So if I get around any sort of underground wiring, so if your electricity runs underground, or you have electricity running to an outbuilding, or sometimes even FiOS wires, there's different things that can give a distorted signal. When you get the distortion, you can no longer distinguish the tone that you're looking for. And then finally, when you're looking for cuts or bad connections, it's just a slight variation of the sound, and it's really hard to detect sometimes. For instance, if you'll follow me over here, we were tracing this wire, and again, here's my wire, and I get a great signal. However, underground here, they're not connected. They're actually touching. So if I were to shove a shovel through here and I partially broke it, it could be enough of a break not to operate the solenoid, but not enough of a break for me to catch it with my valve finder. So for instance, again, these were not connected. They were only touching underground. So it can be difficult to find. Sometimes it can take 20, 30, over an hour just to find one single valve. As a matter of fact, sometimes because of the environment, the distortion around electricity and things of that nature, it's almost impossible. And it's much more efficient, and it saves time and money just to trench a new wire. It just depends on your situation.